we're going to have a look at the standing off the standing up past the sweep system. A lot of the time, what dictates the sweeps, number one is the grips that I have, and number two is the leg position, both mine and theirs. If they have long legs, short legs, etc., etc. So there's kind of a sequence that we use if I have shorter legs, my partner's a longer person, longer legs. There's a sequence that I use instead. Vice versa, if I have long legs, my partner has short legs. There's a sequence that I use. But there's a general template that we follow to make sure that we kind of don't breach it. And what it is if you think about it, I'm just trying to put obstacles in their path so it's harder for them to progress further along the pass system. Okay, so Ian, come here, buddy. I'm going to test out your to your right. Good boy. So I'm going to test out your, I guess I'll test you out, full stop. So come in here, and we're going to start with full guard. And what Ian's going to do, I'm going to lock my guard. Ian's going to get to the standing position. You can do it, buddy. Yep, you can do it. Right. Okay, so the first things first is that if Ian's done the correct thing and his knees are behind my butt, I can't drop my hips, because if I drop them down, my hips come forward, he'll then circle to the back of my calves and he'll have control of me to pass left or right. Does everyone understand that? So, okay, I'm going to throw my guard back. Oh, okay, easy. So, he's going to stand again. So what I get you guys to do is hands in the armpits, stand up head high, and try to get your knees back behind. Okay, so first of all, what we're going to do is this. We're going to try and get our hand underneath. Secondly is this, I'm going to put my hand backwards, so my elbows forwards. So I'm not trying to go that way, I'm trying to go that way, which is awkward. Now think about it this way, I'll try to throw my hips as high as I can there and slowly walk my hand that way in my head. So from here. You can jump up in. It's called a lumberjack sweep. You're doing great, buddy. Come in. Okay, so the thing about this way, so you're ready? Close guard. So I stop him from moving backwards. And what I'm doing is, so yep, here is this. So I'm not trying to drive that way. I'm trying to drive, so I'm going to exaggerate. I'm pushing, so he can't, does that kind of make sense? So I'm pushing him that way. Now what I'm doing is my hand follows, so eventually he loses the post when I come up on top. I like to free my knee. I've done this a few times. My feet have been caught behind the back and crossed. It hurts my ankles a little bit. It hurts a lot, like, you know, the ankles in the middle of the spine hurts. So I just find this gives me the ability to move. So what you're going to find is that they're going to go, pretty much get off me. So as they start to push away to get off you, like from here, you've got the ability to start to pick up the arms and look for your arm bars and things like that as well. So you're much better off having the ability and agility to try to lock on and holding your position. Ish, can I grab you, please? So really easy. We're just going to go hands into armpits and jump up to our feet and try and put our knees underneath your bottom. Okay, so I go 1, 2. Now, I'm trying to drive the side that I have the hand, I'm trying to drive my hips that way, right? So it's pretty much here, don't land here because my ankles, so I undo them, and then look it up. So I try to keep this here, it stops it from being able to post. So I'm kind of got that wherever I'm here, so you can move them, yeah, and I can get kind of rolled over again, so I keep the leg off to the side. How does that feel? Yep, okay, would like to do it one more time? Okay, so Ish, I'll make a little note from here. Try and get your thumbs up in the armpits, not thumbs down. So if you're here, if your thumbs are down by default, your elbows are in and I can't get access. If you go thumbs down, like that, then your arms are out and I can attack. So try and go thumbs, yeah, so that you're kind of scooping and keep your elbows in. Okay, I'm trying to get Velociraptor. Okay, so from here, hip bump, under, and here, undo your legs and come up. So make sure you're off to the, how's that feel?
That's good.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Just so you can feel that little hip bump, so I can imagine off balance.
Yep.
So just the small details on the standing pass, and it's comfort versus performance, and it's just comfort versus performance. That's all it is. So if we're going to grip the armpit and we're going to go C grip this way, by default your elbows can be down on the body, right? The downfall about it is it's quite hard to stand up from here. So what you're going to do instead is you're going to slide your legs and your knees back as far as you can. And now you can step up with your right foot to come up. And by default, your knees can come straight underneath it. So you're in a better position now to pass the guard. Secondly, is if you step either to your left or to your right, you can now go straight to your wood splitter guard pass, push your knees straight in the middle, so you can just put your knees straight through for your wood splitter. So that's the preferred option. That's arguably the better way. What I'm saying is sometimes that they're kind of going this way, and by default what happens is I get access to your elbows. And secondly is I'm going to go, so as Ish stands, I bring my hands apart and I've got the ability to start to switch it to arm bars, because you don't have the grip under the armpit, so I can pry it off the armpits a lot easier. So what we're going to do is, that was perfect, by the way. So Ish goes good C grips down and gets the standing position. So she stands up. And what happens this time is, as I'm trying to go fishing, she puts her right knee underneath my butt and left leg goes backwards. So I'm trying to do the wood splitter guard pass, but I don't get access. Does that kind of make sense? Secondly about it is, she's in a position to start to go to the wood splitter guard pass, wood choker guard pass. So I'm going to put my foot onto the hip. So I drop it down and I'm onto the hip. She can go to the leg control position, or she can let go. Now it's up to her. Come here. So think about this, it's called a pendulum. I'm going to hold on to this side. I'm going to kick a little bit of pressure. I'm going to bring my left foot out as wide as I can. I'm going to try and turn my body the opposite side. So I'm going to put a little bit of pressure and come up to this side. So once they go to the wood splitter guard pass, it's about putting a frame onto the hip so they can't come further forward. And even if they put the wood splitter through, I've got the other hip controlled, so there's a back take there as well if they persist. Thank you. Ian, come here. Okay, so Ian's standing, and I've got my close guard, my partner. He walks. I'm going to turn you around this way just a little bit. No, I'm waiting. Go. Okay, so Ian puts his knee up my bottom, and that goes backwards. So I'm trying to do the first sweep that we've done, but I'm losing the issues. So I go foot onto the hip first of all, and foot goes behind, down the hip. This is the most common response you're going to get from Ian's point of view. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to apply pressure, and what I'm trying to do is I'm not trying to keep my partner backwards, I'm trying to keep my partner up. So that way they don't get the ability to get the control. Secondly is my leg comes out as wide as I can. The part that everyone makes a mistake is that they sweep from their back. Watch the small motion from here. So as I turn, goes low. Come up, bring your leg backwards, and stop the hip. So you should be in a guard pass position from here. And again. So the part of the sweep that everyone misses out on is that they stay on their back. You've got to roll to your side to complete the sweep. So again, so we're here. Ian's got the wood splitter guard pass from here. So I've got the controls. I don't get access to the leg because he's done really good. So for me, it's might go kick him up, and away. Pendulum, roll as fast as I can over, sweep the leg, retract. Come up, kick the knee, so that way he can't rescue the full guard. Would like to see it one more time? Okay, Hamish, thank you, mate. Whoa. Okay, so once again is I've got the full guard. Hamish stands up, steps slightly over, so his knee goes in the middle of my butt from here. So I'm trying to go like the first sweep. I'm having a lot of issues. Boom, here. So think about it this way: it says the more that I kick him backwards, the more space he's got to knee slice guard pass. So I'm trying to kick him up from here. And now this, because I've got the ability, if I'm on my side, right, and I just try and do the sweep, he's got the ability to keep it. So what I'm doing is just watch this leg. That. I always like to sweep the leg out from underneath him. I put the leg so he can't rescue full guard. And come up. How that feel?
I wasn't standing up.
Yeah, so you know, we're kind of hacking that leg out, but I've got to be on my side to do it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so he steps slightly over to his left. His hand goes to me, and what he does this time is he gets hold of my knee, pushes my knee forward towards me to drop me down. So I've lost the control of the knee. So this means that when I'm trying to put my right foot onto the hip, he's got a better control than me. Does that kind of make sense? So instead of pushing down, he's pushed the knee towards me. That means that I can't swing to my pension because my knee's on the wrong side. Does everyone understand that? Okay, so what we're going to do instead is we're going to kick my partner. I can't get my foot on the inside, so I take my right foot out as far as I can. So if he's pushing my right knee away from me, I'll follow with my foot. I come round and tuck. Really easy, simple system. So again, and if Ian's standing and he's gone to the wood splitter guard pass position and he's stepped his left leg backwards, his left hand's on my knee from here. Like, so he's pushing my knee forward. What I want to do is, instead of trying to fight, just try to come on the inside, I tuck my leg out wider, I bring it around. Now watch. Hack and hack. Okay. Mermaid sweep. Come on. It's really easy. If you have shorter legs, you've got to hack the back of the knee to fold it. Stand up. So once again, we're in the position. I think this sweep quite a fair bit, to be honest. So once I push my leg forward from here, instead of trying to fight it, I sit here like trying to grip break, I tuck my leg out. What I'm doing is I'll bring it out so the grip's weaker. And what I mean by hacking is I go 1, 2. And instead of trying to sweep my partner, all I do is I just roll my knees and gently to the side out the sleeve. Got both knees. They're generally going to try and do a kipping escape by bringing their knees to their chest. That's okay. Because I'll get to the top position anyway. How'd that feel? Good? Yeah. Who would like to see it one more time? You guys are awesome. 1, 2, 3. Go.
A dolphin.